Hello, good morning, sir, madam, and my dear friends. I am Indranil Chatterjee. I am studying in class 10B. I am here to present my ASL topic Sermon at Benares. Let me introduce the chapter. The Sermon at Benares throws light upon the early life of Gautam Buddha, who was originally born as a prince in the royal family. On being exposed to the suffering of the world, which he was earlier shielded from, he left his priesthood and went in search of salvation, thus leaving all worldly pleasures behind. Upon attaining spiritual awakening, he gave his first sermon at the city of Benares, hereby making a lady named Kisa Gautami realize that men are mortal and a wise man should not grieve at what is bound to happen, as it only enhances the pain and suffering. Woman at Benares is written by Louise Venshaw Barber, and she was born in Shannon, Mississippi on 3rd September 1927. After graduating valedictorian from Shannon High School, she went to obtain her Bachelor of Arts degree from Mississippi College and then late Master of Arts from Mississippi University. She got married with Joseph Henry Barber in 23rd December 1950. In this chapter, there are two main characters. First, Gautam Buddha, second, Kisa Gautami. Gautam Buddha is the founder of religion Buddhism. He was a spiritual leader who was keen in enlightenment of seeing the world's pain and grief. Buddha preached that human life is very short and full of sorrows. Everyone in the earth has to die one day. Kisa Gautami. Kisa Gautami is a young mother whose only son has died. She was a loving and caring mother, but at the same time, she became selfish and wanted to get her son back after death. Let's just start the chapter. The Samurai Benares throws light upon the early life of Gautam Buddha, who was originally born as a prince in royal family. Gautam Buddha was born in 563 BC. His name was Siddharth Gautam. At the age of 12, he was sent away for schooling the Hindu sacred scriptures, and 4 years later he returned to marry a princess. One day while hunting, he saw a sick man, then an aged man, then a burning funeral procession, or a man begging for alms. These sights to move him that he had once went into the world for seek enlightenment concerning the sorrows he had witnessed. Then he wandered for 7 years and finally sat under a peepal tree, where he vowed to stay until the enlightenment came. He named the tree Bodhi tree, or the tree of wisdom. Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Benares. There one day he met a woman, Kisa Gautami, whose son has died. She went from house to house looking for medicine to bring her son back to life. One day she met a man who directed her towards Lord Buddha, who could possibly have a solution for her problem. Buddha asked her for a handful of mustard seeds. The seeds must be procured from a house that had seen no death. Restrained with hope, Kisa Gautami once again went on a search from house to house. But to her dismay, she could not find the mustard seeds from a house that could fulfill Buddha's condition. Disheartened, she sat at the edge of the road, thus realizing how selfish she had been. She could became conscious to the fact that men were mortal and no one could escape the cycle of life. This was what exactly Buddha wanted her to understand. According to Lord Buddha, feeling of grief and sorrow only increases the man's pain and suffering, thus deteriorating his health. Please note this point, as all the questions from the chapter will revolve around this single line. So let's continue. Therefore, a wise person fully aware of nature's functioning must not grieve at something bound to happen, and only he can be happy and blessed. So we have completed this chapter. So let's see some important word meanings. Sacred, embodying the laws or doctrines of religion. Scriptures, the sacred writing of a religion. For example, Ramayana is a sacred scripture of Hinduism. Chanced upon, graced across a chance, alms, money or food given to poor people on charity. Enlightenment, a state of high spiritual knowledge. Word, solemnly to promise to do a specific thing. Priest, deliver a religious address to an assembled group of people. Sermon, to talk on a religious or moral subject. Dipping places, bathing. Insculpturable, something which cannot be understood. Kinsman, a man who is one's personal blood relations. Slaughter, killing of an animal for a food, or we can say it a hunting. Affected, affect adversely. Now let us do some important question answers. When a son dies, Kisa Gautami goes from house to house. What does she ask for? Does she get it? Or why not? When a son dies, Kisa Gautami goes from house to house requesting for a wonder drug that could bring her son back to life. No, she could not get it because there is no such medicine that could bring a dead man back to life. Second question, Kisa Gautami again goes from house to house after she speaks with Lord Gautam Buddha. What does she ask for now? Does she get it or why not? Upon seeing Buddha, Kisa Gautami is refilled with hope and thus she goes again from house to house looking for mustard seed, just as Lord Buddha had asked her. Many had mustard seed to offer, but none of them could fulfill Lord Buddha's condition. Having seen no death in the family, therefore she could not find the mustard seeds for her son. Third question. What does Kisa Gautami understand the second time that she failed to understand the first time? Was this what Buddha wanted her to understand? When Kisa Gautami failed to find the mustard seed that could fulfill Lord Buddha's condition, having seen no death in the family, she became disheartened. After deep reflection, she realized that man's faith was just like city light that flickered and extinguished repeatedly. The cycle of birth and death was nature's way of working. Suddenly she became conscious as to how selfish she had been in her sorrow that one was born must rest eternally. Men are mortal. Yes, this was exactly what Lord Buddha wanted her to understand. Fourth question. Why do you think Kisa Gautami understood this only second time? In what way did Gautam Buddha change her understanding? Kisa Gautami was too overwhelmed with sorrow and pain that her ability to think got clearly clouded. She could not realize that no one could escape this cycle of death. When Kisa Gautami failed to find the mustard seeds that could fulfill Lord Buddha's condition of having seen no death in the family, she became disheartened. After deep reflection, she made peace with the terms of worldly, and later Lord Buddha played a major role in facilitating the shift in her understanding by teaching her a lesson that one must not grieve for what is bound to happen for it, as it only enhances the pain and suffering. So, at the end, we can conclude that everyone who was born in the earth has to die one day, and this was what the Gautam Buddha wanted Kisa Gautami to understand. Thanks for watching. Please give me your valuable feedback.